Hey everybody, welcome to our live. I'm checking the settings to make sure you can hear me. And you can. All right, we are good to go. So I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. Not a Monday, it is a Monday, but I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend and you are ready. I know a lot of kids are going back to school, so I thought this would be a great way to get into our going back to school. Hey Lori, how are you? Um, because we know, and you might say, well, I'm not going back to school, but we know that there's people all ages that use this system. And what's great is the fact that it's going to cut your getting ready time in half. So whether you have kids going back to school and now you're getting back into your routine, or you're a student from high school to college, you're going to want the system because it's going to help you get ready. And, it's probably early mornings again and all that fun stuff. So you are definitely going to want the system. Now, because we know that everybody's at different levels, different degrees, maybe you're interested in a system, maybe you haven't even purchased it yet. Maybe you purchased it, you're waiting for it, or you have it and you haven't opened it, or you've been airbrushing for a while. We always go over the basics and we go over like what you get in your kit. So I always cover. This is one of our kits. This is the Icon. We also have the Icon Pro and the Legend. And then, of course, we have the Breeze. And the Breeze is amazing. It is our new cordless and chargeable system that is the talk of the town, as they say. And so it's really cool. It goes into a backpack. It travels easy, but you get everything that you see here. So you get the 2 bottles of foundation, Love and Blush, and when we give this to you, like you may have gotten more products, whether you could purchase them for like a gift with purchase or purchase them with a deal. You're still going to get the 2 bottles of foundation, Love and Blush. Blush is super high pigmented. You're only going to use a little bit. Love is something you may not use every single day, but it is awesome sauce. And then the 2 bottles of foundation, we give you a range. So one of these, if you're in the right range, will match. Maybe it's a combination of 2. Maybe use one when you're lighter, one when you're darker. We know that we change colors throughout the year. So now that summer's ending, we're getting, and I'm in Texas, so we're anywhere near cooler weather, but maybe your face, the tan will start to fade. And so with Airbrush, you can match 365 days a year. So then we also have, these are some points of how to start airbrushing, whether it's the Breeze or the stylus. You want to keep it 4 finger widths away from your face and watch yourself when you're doing that. You want to keep the stylus or the Breeze moving around. It's not fast. You're just going to keep going, bam, 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 bam. And then you're barely going to pull back on that trigger. You want very little makeup to come out at a time. And that goes against everything that we've been taught up until this point. Hello, Andrea. Hello, Cindy. It's different than what we've been taught up or have done with traditional makeup. Traditional makeup, we're used to seeing that opaqueness, that makeup, and with Luminess, you're not going to see that. So I'm going to get my Breeze out, and then I'm going to, let's see, what do I want to use today? We know that it's with Luminess, it's cutting your getting ready time because you're putting everything in this and you're just going. You're not having to search for a different brush or a different da-da-da. And you can use the same thing every single day or mix it up depending on what issues you see that you need to cover up. And so, you know what? I'm going to use, let's see, I'll use eraser. Because eraser is something that a lot of you have and you don't know how to use it. And so I'm going to show you. Now, it is this color. See how light that is? So it is that color. So if you have dark skin tone, you might look at that and go, how am I going to use that? Which is a good question. But in the beginning, chances are you're spraying heavier. I see that all the time, whether it's we do small group classes, everybody I talk to, they're like, I run out so quick. Like my 8 drops just goes by so quick. And that's because you're spraying too hard. And so because you're used to seeing the makeup, and that's not how airbrush makeup works. So you can use this even if you have darker skin tone, put a couple of drops in there, and then put a couple of drops of your foundation in there, and you can mix that up. Okay. Now I'm going to go straight to airbrushing with eraser. And I would only use about 3 drops. However, I am going to put more drops in because I'm going to show you what ends up happening. So I'm turning my system on, moving my stylus first. I'm going to spray it under my eyes. And as soon as I hear it and see it, or like hear it and feel it, I'm moving it down. Now, can you see it? Not really. I can kind of see, you can lightly see a difference. But guys, that's how light you're spraying. If you see this, no. Number one, you can see it way too fast. And then look, that's not how airbrush makeup goes on. That's how traditional makeup goes on. And that's not how we're putting it on. So you are spraying super light, okay? So and notice I'm moving it around. Now my little lines here, I'm going to highlight because I'm creating a crease and I want to not have that crease. Big Bonnie says, it looks like it. I told him good. Awesome. I'm so glad you're using it. I'm going to spray a little bit on my lids as well because my lids are darker. And down my nose. Lightly spraying. I'm glad you finally found the shade that you like and the finish that you like too. So just so you know, guys, we have people on Facebook and on YouTube that jump in and say hello. So you see how it's starting to lighten it up? It's starting to cover. But again, if you have darker skin tone and you're like, Heather, when I try it, it's way too white on me. It's way too light. Put a couple of drops of your foundation in there with it. You can mix that together and that's going to solve that problem. It will still give you the coverage. But remember, any airbrush products, airbrush only, you can mix together. So if something's too light, darken it with a foundation. If something's too dark, lighten it with glow or eraser or a lighter foundation. You can make those adjustments, okay? Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to do, ooh, I might want to do that. This is a brand new one. Oh, here it is. I'm going to use the matte bronzer. My nose is itching. All right. So I get that a lot, and Andrea, she asked on YouTube, can you mix the peach color corrector with the foundation? Yes, you can if when applying it, it looks peach on you. Even with your skin tone, Musette, who is always on here as well, y'all have about the same skin tone, and she uses it by itself. So if you're seeing peach when using the peach color corrector, just put in a drop or two of your foundation and that will help solve that issue. But know that you will get there. You'll get to that point where you don't have to. Okay. All right. So now I'm going, because you really, with color correctors, you really want to use the color in there to correct the issue. Does that make sense? All right. Added a couple of drops of the matte bronzer and I'm going to do my contouring. But I had that glow in there, so I'm making, or eraser in there, so I'm making sure that the contour is coming out, the matte bronzer. And because it's still summer, I'm not going to do it super heavy. I'm doing it more down here. And then I am going to still do the blush contour. You know how I love my blush contour, and I kind of even went up a little bit more on that matte bronzer. I really just wanted to show you how easy it is to contour with the bronzer. And with that being said, guys, you can practice, because you're like, how do you know it's going there? Wherever you feel the air is where the makeup's going. Why? Because this is your air brush. Does that make sense? Air brush. So wherever the air is, that is brushing and blending it on for you. Did I just blow people's minds right now? So just feel that air, just shh. Okay, I know it's right there. And the closer you come in, the more detailed it is. So foundation, you want 4 finger widths away. If you're doing blush or contouring, you can come in till about 3 fingers away from your face. Just keep that stylus moving, but again, not in a rush. This isn't a race. You're still going to be doing it perfectly, and just moving that around. Get that slow and steady, slow and steady. Now adding some drops of my foundation, or just kidding, the blush. And going a little bit higher than the contour. I like to add some on my forehead a little bit too. Now, if you are new, our airbrush blush blooms on you. So you only want to use 2 drops. It will intensify once it's on. So 2 drops, that's it. Even if you're a blushaholic and you're like, no, I love my blush, I want more, still do 2 drops. If at the end of that you feel like you need more, then add a drop more. But just watch it. And I like a blended blush. So that's why I'm doing my contour, my blush first, because now I'm going to add the foundation and it's going to soften and blend everything. Can you lift your finger off the trigger to move one? Okay. Andrea just asked a question, and I'm so glad she did, because I didn't even think about this. But she asked, can you lift your finger off the trigger to move to the other side? And the answer is 100% yes. Don't think that you have to leave your finger on that trigger and just go around, go around, go around, go around, go around, go around, blah, 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 blah. Don't think you have to do that. If it at first you want to do it, my nose is itching so bad right here. If you want to do it in sections, you can. So if you wanted to go boo, 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 stop. Stop. You can. Yes. So that is a great question. You do not have to keep your finger, like you can stop and go, stop and go. If you need to do it in sections at first, definitely do that. Okay. That's a great question. All right. Now I'm going to add my shade 3. Shaking them up, shaking up, shaking up. I am going to add a little bit of glow in there because I feel like I haven't been doing my tanning tonic, and so I feel like it's a little darker for me. So I'm going to add 1 drop of glow. I could add 1 drop of eraser too. I just saw glow right in front of me. And then I'm going to mix those together, turning on my system, blocking the air, pulling lightly down. It's going to bubble that together, and it is mixed and ready to go. Starting in one, oh, and it, make sure you close this one. The one that's sealed, make sure you close it. All right. Making my passes under my eyes. I don't have to go as high underneath my eyes because, why? Because I've already done the eraser underneath there. So I don't have to go again and go on top. I'm just blending it all together and blend down my neck. And then I can just hit those problem areas. And there you go. There you go. All right. Now I'm going to blow the rest of that out. I did not have to use as much, I did not have to use as much foundation because I already had my pre-coverage with eraser, plus I had my bronzer for contouring, plus I did blush. And most of my coverage is right in here, and so I didn't have to use as many drops. Let's see. Sandra on Facebook says, I didn't see glow on your order list. Is it called something else? Nope. It's called glow. It's under, it should be under, hold on, I'll tell you. Let me look it up real quick. If you go to Luminess Cosmetics and type in glow in the search bar, it's there. It is Airbrush Glow Illuminator is what it is called officially. Airbrush Glow Illuminator. So you can, I wonder if I could put the link. Copy. Let's put that link. There you go. All right. So there's a link for you on that. But yeah, Airbrush Glow Illuminator. All right. So I'm going to use something I haven't used in a very long time. And it is, because we have, and where did I put it? Okay. I'm like, and I put it somewhere. So we have the matte bronzer, which I used for my contouring. And now I'm going to use the shimmer bronzer. All right. The shimmer bronzer is so beautiful. I love it. I do need to shake it up. This has shimmer in it. It's the metallic shimmer bronzer, metallic bronzer. It does have shimmer in it. So it is, so it's not necessarily something you want to contour with. However, I use it sometimes as a blush highlight, and that works. So you can use it that way, but because it has a shimmer, it's not going to be a true contour. Does that make sense? Because contour is something you want to bring in, so you don't want that shimmer anywhere. All right, shaking it up. Shake it up, shake it up. And I'm only going to do about 3 drops. I probably won't need that many. Now, if you have the Breeze and it's 2 speeds, this is a product that you'll probably want to use the 2nd speed. It is a higher PSI that blows the product out. And so I'm going to use it on my eyes. Let me get a mirror so I can see. Okay, hold on, let me focus. All right. So I am going to do it on my eyes, but it's so funny because the first time I use it on whatever item, that's the one that tickles. So now, guys, when I say I'm lightly pulling back, I am so lightly pulling back. But look at that shimmer. Isn't that gorgeous? Switch to this side. And notice I keep moving. Now, this one looks like it's bringing out the wrinkles and crinkles. So what I'm going to do, tap it out, tap it out. Okay. So even on your eyes, you can do that. So I think I just sprayed a little bit too hard on there. Okay. So I did a little, ooh, I like that. Now I'm going to blow y'all away right now. Ready? What? On my lips? Yes. Can you believe it? Look, right there, right smack dab on the lips. I had the Dusty Rose on and then did a little bit of the bronze shimmer, the metallic bronze, right on top. And so you can even top that off with a like a gloss or whatever and change it up even more. So you can even airbrush that right on your lips. Now, I am rinsing this out immediately because of the heavier pigment. I want to make sure to get it all out. as I'm blowing it everywhere. So I'm going to let that go. And now I'm going to go in, and because I don't want to be like shimmer, shimmer, chicken dinner, I'm going to go in and do just a neutral color, kind of a brown neutral color, right in my crease. That is matte. So it tones down the shimmer just a bit, so I don't look too shiny. And again, just lightly, lightly, lightly blending. And see how that just tones that down just a smidge. Now I can go in, I'm going to line with the powder. If you've seen any of my lives, you know that I love lining with eyeshadow. It's softer, it's not as harsh. On the top, I'll use our Persuasion eyeliner or the Temptation eyeliner. I'll line. I don't always line the top, but I do like lining the bottom just so it frames the eye. Okay, you get a little bit of drama with the mascara, but if I feel, hey, I want a little bit more drama, then I'll do some eyeliner, or if I want to change it up a little bit. And then I have to make the mascara face. And see how that brush just slides right there. And see what a difference mascara makes? I mean, come on. Love it. All right. So yeah, if you haven't checked out the bronze shimmer, which again isn't something that I've used in a while, I grabbed it and I was like, oh, let's use this one today. You'll definitely want to try it out. And I put on several coats of mascara because I love mascara. That's one of the products that I would need if I was stranded on a desert island. So there you go. All right, guys. Wow. I'm really digging I need to get my bronze shimmer out more. I like that. And we can bring this into the fall and the winter, just tone it down with a little bit of the matte eyeshadow. And it still has that same stain power as well. So, all right, we are done for this Monday. I hope everybody had a great weekend. And remember, we're here Monday through Thursday, 10:30 a.m. Central Time. You definitely want to jump in and say hello. We also have Heather 2.0 on our Luminess Live Facebook page. If you type in Luminess Live, that page is going to come up and you can watch Dorothy. You can ask her questions. She is there 8 to 5. So you don't want to miss out on that. All right, guys. Thank you so much. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.